Yes, sir. The New Movement Live, DJ Drewski in the building. We got gang in here, BX, PFEMG.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure people ask you all the time, what does it stand for? Because I need the answer. PFEMG.
PFEMG stand for Platinum Full Era Music Group. So
Got it.
basically, the storyline is we want to be timeless.
Mm.
Nothing but platinum hits.
Yes,
Nothing
sir.
but hits.
And I feel like you've been rocking for what, like 2 years together, right? As a team or
More
longer?
than
Longer
that.
than
Over
that.
10.
Like 10.
Over 10
10.
years putting out music.
Yeah.
No,
No,
we haven't been putting out music for 10, but
We've
we've
been working
been
on it.
working
Yeah,
at
we've
it
been
for
working.
10, yes.
we took it serious like the last 3.
Got it.
The last 3 years is we felt like this is our time.
Yeah.
So how did everyone meet? Like, what's the story behind, did y'all go to school together, family? Like,
Okay, so me and CEO Scrubwoofer, we are siblings.
got it.
Yeah, we brother and sister.
Me and Scrubs, that's my best friend.
Mm.
I met him. He's a childhood friend of mine, so I knew him since I was young.
And he knew us for...
Yeah, I knew y'all for about 13 years. Met him at a party, and
And we've
we've
been
been
riding
rocking
ever
ever
since.
since.
So, but what's the coincidence that y'all all talented? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really, you see like groups and then you see, certain bands or whatever. And, oh, we went to school together, we grew up. But for 4 or 5 people, because even your managers does music,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She's in the building. You could pop in whenever you want to. But just like the coincidence that everyone just happens to do music and you just figure out a chemistry. Like, who started the music thing first? Like, yo, we gonna start rapping.
All right, so we all been doing this since we was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and
Individually.
individually,
Got
yeah.
it.
And I don't know, it just worked out. As soon as like we met up, so like I was making beats, like for a while. When I was younger, I used
Not
to
to
bang
cut
on.
you off, CEO, but
Yeah.
that's where his home is.
I was
been
gonna
making
cut him
beats
off,
since
too.
He was a little kid. he been making beats since he was like 5 or 6 on the little
Right.
things. And once he discovered the beat programs and everything, that's where his passion started at.
Mm.
And then from there, he knew my passion was singing at first. I was singing, so I always wanted to do music and singing
Right.
at first.
But now you talking real spicy. We gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But I was gonna cut you off because you said you produced all the records on Four Horsemen.
Yeah, I produce all the records. Every record
Every-
we got on YouTube,
every
every-
single one.
Yeah, I don't rap on nobody's
Every
but
single
my beats.
one of those.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't rap on nobody's beats.
Are you open to working with different producers, or is it like, yo, I know how to do it and we gonna run it up?
I feel like it depends. Like if they hit me up like, yo, this is it, and I feel it, then yeah, I probably most likely get on it. But majority of the time, I'm just rapping on my beats. If we want to collab, collab. That's nothing.
How about like as a producer, not as an artist, but as a producer, who were some of the other producers that inspired you or you looked up to?
RZA,
Mm.
Timbaland, Swiss Beats. Yeah,
Shout out to
that's-
Swizz.
Yeah, those are
Those were your inspirations.
yeah. They got me. I started watching them and I was like, oh nah, I could do this.
Cause I could definitely hear the Swizz inspiration behind the music. Cause majority out of like the 8 records on here, 7 of them felt like party records. You know what I'm saying? Like real party records. You rapping on it, but just it's party records. Like you got choreography, dances going on, and you could definitely hear that. Was that part of the whole image? Like, yo, we gonna put out records, but we gonna dance to these joints too.
Yeah, cause like I'm not gonna hold you. I love hypeness. I'm hyperactive.
Yeah.
Scrubwoofer used to get light. He used to be a
Oh,
light
yeah.
speeder.
Okay, yeah, no, I could see it. I definitely like seen it in
I
there.
used to dance. Yeah, I
So
used to
dancing
dance.
is definitely
Yeah, so
in our blood.
So you was battling out in the streets and in
Yeah.
school and stuff.
Harlem
Yeah.
and stuff. He was going to all the
Going
nights.
crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, so I used to get crazy, and that's the vibe I like. I like if I could play, if we get played in a club and you're not dancing, then there's a problem. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like if you ain't grooving or something head bop, nothing. Like I gotta let them feel that vibe. Like
Cause outside of just what y'all rapping about, you could still move to the records. You know what I'm saying? Like even if I'm not even listening to what you're talking about, there's still like a vibe to it. So I definitely respect that. But my question now is, who's the best dancer out of the team? Who holds the crown for the best dancer?
Count me
She
out.
got her hand up. She says her.
Count me out.
The manager says it's her, but
He said,
That's
count
me.
me out.
Oh, is it?
I taught them what they know. I know this.
Mm.
Listen, I'm gonna just keep realistically. Scrubby got it, but
So
I never
she's sticking
let
up for her
him really-
brothers.
I was
She's-
saying, I be in denial because I'm older than them. So
Right.
I be like,
Yeah, big sister thing. All right.
That makes sense. I get it.
He progressed.
There you
He
go.
got way more than me, so I was like, "Oh, you got it." I
Alright.
still battle him. Either way, I still battle him.
So maybe we get a battle tonight. You know what I'm saying? We get a battle tonight.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Cause they was definitely low key in the studio. Like you wasn't getting too crazy, but you was dancing. And then one of the records to me that stood out was the Your record.
New York, baby.
Yeah, that's definitely some New York, especially in the Bronx. Like I know how it came about, but who came up with the idea? Like, yo, we should do a record called Your.
Not gonna hold you. It was me. I made the hook. And
Oh, you was like, yo,
I made that beat, and we was rocking, and we sit in the lab because I got the studio in my crib. So we just sit, and the music playing, and we just like, yo, it's fire. And I was like, we need a New York anthem. And we're just playing around. I was like, "Yer," and then it was sounding good with the beat. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna have this. We're gonna drop this.
And
like
then
that.
we three came and we was like, listen, it's many aspects of New York, so we all just gonna take our verse and talk about a different part of what makes New York.
Yeah.
My part, I talk about the hustlers and the grinders, the people that in and out of jail and doing this and that. And he's talking about how it's a struggle when you're working at 9 to 5 and you grinding hard and them knocking down our buildings. And she talking about the promiscuous ladies and the dudes trying to bag them and this, that, and third. You know, all of these elements make up what New York is.
Right. And you also talk about your vagina too in a couple records. Respectfully, we talking respectfully.
Respectfully.
But you seem like proud of your vagina, so I like that confidence.
I know I got to offer, so.
No, because as a female, because you do it in like not in a, how do I say it? Like not in a dirty way, right? Because a lot of female rappers in records is all about shaking your ass, and when they talk about their vaginas, in a stripper way, right?
Yeah.
You do it more in like a boss type way, like.
Yeah, because I feel like I am a boss. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm a woman. Like, I like to get it in just as much as the next one, but I'm not a stripper, so I'm not gonna talk like that. No disrespect to anybody that is,
of
but
course.
I'm just saying that's just not who I am. But you know, I still like to talk about sex and this, that, and third. So you always gonna hear that in it, but in a respectfully way. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Because you was definitely talking about someone was eating your vagina and it was juicy and wet or something. Got wet lips or some cross.
It
Yeah.
was a statement I made because a lot of people say, you know, I'm aggressive and I act mannish, and when you know people say that, I have to remind them, okay, you think so, but I'll take a nigga, have him in my room,
Facts.
show him what this wet do, and then I'll send him home. Feel me?
There you go. See, I said you talking real spicy.
There you go.
Real spicy on this project. But sometimes you gotta talk like that. You know, that's when they respect you. Who was some of your like inspirations as a artist, like growing up? Who was you listening to?
Growing up, I liked, of course, Little Kim, of course, Missy Elliott, Eve, Lauryn Hill. There's so many, but those are to name a few. Definitely.
And I'm gonna ask you the same, cause I feel like it's different vibes. Like even in your music, he got more to like the young street talk, like talking. You know what I'm saying? You two feel like more on the rapping side, more bars in it.
Yeah, definitely the rapping. Jay, DMX, rest in peace, obviously.
Right.
Nas. After that one mic joint, I really wanted to do that. But my number one rapper, like I love Eminem. I never really felt like I wanted to rap until I heard Eminem. Like, I never felt it like that. So but definitely, all those dudes from them eras, man. Yeah, they definitely inspired me to do it, and that was just them.
Right.
So
inspiring each other.
Oh yeah, yeah. When they gave me the confidence to rap. Like,
wow.
I rapped on the low, but when I went to their party, like, I was like, yo, rap. I was like, I do that, and got on the mic a little bit with them, and it was cool.
And now it's all in.
Yeah, all in, all the way. We rolling the dice on it, man.
What's up with you? Like, who was you listening to? Yeah.
I was listening to basically like trap artists like Gucci. I love me some Chinks Drugs. Rest in peace to him.
Shout out to Chinks.
There's a lot. There was a lot that I was listening to. I'm still listening to this day. I just can't name all of them.
Right. There's a lot of artists.
Yeah, I don't got them at the top of my head. Like, there's some new artists I listen to, but that's about it. But those the two that made me really want to start rapping was Chinks. Like,
right.
I seen the way Chinks was doing it. I was like, damn, I gotta get that style. I gotta get that wave. Like, I need to be like that. Like,
that swag. That he had a
Yeah.
different type of
Yeah, he had a different type
energy.
of aura to him. Like,
right. And you mentioned DMX, who unfortunately we lost today, right? So
Rest in
today,
peace, for real.
yeah, like forever X, but it's like a bittersweet day, right? Because I could be putting out new music, you guys are doing your promo run, and then something like this happens,
Yeah, that's
and you have a record on a project called Death. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so what? Like, talk about that, because we all going through it. We came through a pandemic. I'm sure we all lost someone that we knew or someone we love, but you go and you title a record called Death off the project. Like, what was that?
all right. So basically, we call ourselves the Four Horsemen
Right.
of rap. So if y'all know the story of the Four Horsemen, they were sent from God by God to basically redo the world. Basically so we trying to come in the game and redo everything. And Cheddar, he's deaf. I'm Pestilence. My sister's Famine, and Sheem is War. And we just basically we named it after what the entity we taking on from the Four Horsemen.
Got it.
Yeah. So
So there's a title.
Yeah, so it's-
each of our
Oh, so out of the 8, there's
a
title for
four.
each.
Yeah, Death, Pestilence, and War.
Got it. So how was it for you guys during the pandemic, not being able to go outside and do shows, and were you just locked in the studio half the time?
It
It
was
was
hard.
a rough start.
We started doing shows and this, that, and the third, and then right when it happened, that's when
Everything shut.
yeah, right when we was on that wave, that's when COVID.
Right.
hit. So it's
Right.
Like, all right, but as long as we was tested and we made sure we was safe, we just gonna make sure we locked in the crib and grind. If we could find opportunities or ways to promote us, we was trying to do that. But we just basically stayed in the studio trying to write and create music and come up with plans for videos and this, that, and the third. So when it's time for everything to open back up,
Right.
we could be ready to go.
And it's slowly opening back up. I feel like we getting back to it. And I see you guys outside now,
Yeah.
getting straight to it. So what videos do we have coming? Do we have any planned?
yeah, we want to do War, the War video, and then we want to do the York video.
Of course, you gotta do that one.
Yes,
That's
of
mandatory.
He said that's mandatory.
Yeah, that's mandatory.
Appreciate
Yo,
that.
listen, whoever see this, just tag Drewski. We trying to get him in that video.
Word.
We trying to get
Yeah,
him
let
in
me
that
know.
York
Let me know where I gotta go. Where I'm pulling up.
We're gonna start a petition.
Are y'all all from the same part of the Bronx?
video.
Yeah.
So well, you two clearly you grew up, you family, but so everyone is from what part of the Bronx?
Co-op City, basically. Yeah.
We lived, we was in High Bridge, like near Nelson Avenue, when I was younger. Then I moved to Co-op. I was on Cedric Avenue. Back to High Bridge. Right now,
See, I moved
we're
around.
currently-
Yeah, moved around.
Every movement we made, we started meeting everybody.
Nah, cause
So,
he
yeah.
said in one of the records, I'm good everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like I literally am.
Right.
People know. People know.
Yeah.
People know.
Say I'm
Like,
I'm
he
good
move
everywhere.
He can move with us, but this one right here, he move anywhere.
Right,
by
right,
himself,
right.
No problem. He don't care. He know.
Yeah. People know. People
I
know who
lived
I
up the
am.
block from them, and we didn't even know it.
Oh, at that
Kids,
time you
yeah,
didn't
we
even know
discussed,
each other.
like where we
Realize
used to
it,
live
yeah.
and stuff. He was like, "Yo, I live like literally up the block." I was like, "It's crazy, small world."
Right.
I feel like
Yeah.
we was all destined to meet. That was the case.
Okay.
Yeah, cause even right now though, in the X, there's a lot of artists that are just emerging. A lot of good music. You know what I'm saying? You got the superstars like A Boogie and Little TJ who represent the Bronx. But there's a lot of artists. Is there any like young artists? Cause we talked about your inspirations, but any other young guys that you can see, bringing in on the next project or being featured on your music that you're really jacking besides yourself?
I'm not gonna hold you. I work with everybody. I'm an everybody man. Like whatever beat y'all need, just let me know. Whatever bars I can spit on, whatever, let me know.
You
like,
with it?
I work with every. I love like what everybody's doing. So to push, I'm with it to work with anybody.
We definitely not
Yeah.
closed off. I just if we can all get into the studio and make magic, then let's work. I
Right.
just feel like that.
But no like specific 1-2 artists. Like, yo, we got to get this person. We got to get Neek
Not-
Bugs. We got to get.
Not that I can think of.
For the
The
definitely want
only
to
person that rings to my bells is my boy biggest Busy Banks.
Oh, shout out to Busy. Yeah.
So yeah, I rock with his music heavy. That's
Right,
about
right.
that's the only young dude I.
Bronx wise, I'll definitely get A Boogie. I want to do a song with that boy.
Yeah.
Because I do like melodic music too.
Right,
And I make a lot of melodic beats, so I work with him.
Cause y'all had a little singy joint at the end. I don't know what you played it last, but that's not the last record on the project?
No, it's not the last record on the project, but I had to sort of set the mood high and then
Right.
dumb it down, you know.
Because you were about to get into it, but I cut you off because I was like, yo, it's different vibes on the album. And you were about to say something, so I don't know where you was going with it, but you were saying it kind of resembles, I think, what you do.
Like, I feel like we all bring a little bit, as you were saying, different energy.
Got it.
Like how he rap. He more of like the trappier artist of the team and things of that nature. So I feel like we try to do a track that symbolizes all parts of us. Because we grew up listening to, I grew up listening to hip hop, R&B, rock, pop, everything. So the way that I view music is very eclectic. I don't just have one lane. Even though hip hop is where my heart is at, I still try to splash a little bit of everything I love into what we do.
Got it. No, you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, each bring a different type of energy to these records, which I think is super dope. Is there gonna be like individual projects at one point? I know, you got the whole group thing going on, but are you working on individual stuff?
These two, they got theirs out.
Yeah, me and Scrubs, we both got our projects out. Scrubs dropped his first.
Got it.
Different Animals, Same Beast, sometime in December. I need to go get that, and then I drop my following solo mixtape. Around May. It's called Split Personalities. And now we just waiting for these two to drop theirs.
After that, we all featured on each other's stuff, but that's their main individual.
Right.
And me and his is coming up next.
Of course,
so we did that's a fact. So we did the Four Horsemen the tape, and with the Four Horsemen. So we got another EP coming out with maybe 4 or 5 songs. It's gonna be called Saddlebag, 'cause that's what's on the horses.
Right.
So it's gonna be like the bars and rhymes that's in the bag, and then from there, Lady J or Sheem gonna drop their tape, and we're gonna just keep recycling back and progressing.
Word. Yeah, because it seems like everyone is cooking up, and I'm sure out of the 8 records that made the tape, there was probably a couple that didn't.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? We look forward to hearing more new music, hearing the individual projects, and if you could just tell them how to follow you guys to stay in tune with the music, how to get downloaded and all that.
Oh yeah, PFEMG_ on Instagram, PFEMG_ on Twitter, PFEMG
Everything.
PFEMG everything. That's a fact.
You can follow
Everything.
me individually. I'm _Lady J on Instagram.
SHEEMY_
I'm not really good with these. CHEDDA _BEANZ. No, scratch the under.
Just
Scratch the
cheddar
underscore.
_.
Nah, no underscore.
No
It's just
underscore.
cheddar beans. I
Straight.
forgot for a second. Yeah, it's just straight
Cheddar
cheddar
said,
beans.
yo, I'll be outside. I'm not on Instagram.
Scrub Woofer, SCRUBW _FER.
There it is. PFEMG in the building, the new movement. DJ Drewski. Make sure you follow him. Go run it up. New videos
wait,
coming.
wait,
hold
not to
on.
Make sure y'all go get that juice.
Yeah, make sure you get that
Oh,
juice.
yeah, that too.
That's a fact.
Don't
See it at the
forget that.
table.
That's a fact. See that at the table.
Yeah. We outside for real.
For real.